Been meaning to do this video for a very long time because last year we were so honored to win the 2025 Christian Media Excellence Award. And this means so much to me. But I just want to share a quick story because, this morning I had a beautiful breakfast with a person that is so close to me, so precious to me. And I was determined to have a great day. And, the enemy has stolen so much from me in my personal life, in my business. I've had seasons where I have just been knocked out, to be honest. And so I just want to share this to encourage someone because just before this video, I sat down in one of my favorite cafes to do this. And I went and, I got some food. I got my favorite tea and I thought this is going to be great. And then I went to get some cutlery. And when I came back, there was a massive ibis that not only stole my toasted vegetarian croissant and ran off with it, but also spilt the milk all over my phone, my laptop, and my new bag. And I was just so disheartened. I was upset. And I just thought to myself, you devil, you've been stealing from me. Every time I have a breakthrough, every time something good happens, every time just before I do something, you always come in. It may sound silly, it may be a small thing, but I just had enough. And I read this verse. I just really want to use this to encourage you because this is very much a story that is behind Awaken Media, formerly known as Spirit-Led Media. And I don't just want to have this pretty video to say, yay, me. I actually want to be very real and authentic and say that this journey has been like a battle. And I know many of you are experiencing that, especially in times like now. And in 1 Peter 5, verse 8, it says, most importantly, be disciplined and stay on guard. Your enemy, the devil, is prowling around outside like a roaring lion, just waiting and hoping for the chance to devour someone. Resist him and be strong in your faith, knowing that your brothers and sisters throughout the world are fellow sufferers with you. After you have suffered for a little while, the God of grace who's called you through Jesus the Anointed will restore you, support you, strengthen you, and ground you. For all power belongs to God now and forever. And if you go back before that in verse 6, it says, so bow down under God's strong hand. Then when the time comes, God will lift you up. Since God cares for you, let him carry all your burdens and worries. And let me tell you that when you are doing something for God, whether you're a ministry, a business, a church, maybe you have your own project, even a kingdom project, there will come battles. There will come challenges. It almost feels like it's so true. The devil does roam around looking who he can devour. But let me just encourage you because this was very much my journey. It has been such a difficult journey. There's been betrayal, there's been failure, there has been times when I felt crushed in spirit. There's been times when I felt alone, like no one's really supporting me. And through all of that, what I got to see was this God of grace, this God who will never abandon me, this God that through whose strength I can do all things. And so when I decided to rebrand and turn into a faith-based business in 2022, I lost a lot of followers. I lost work. All I know is that what I gained has been so much greater. And I just thank you if you have been walking with me, if you have supported me, if you've been a client, or if you've been just someone in my life to encourage me. It has meant so much. And I really believe now as we step up into this new season, as we're on a bit of a mission to change the world one voice at a time. And what that means specifically is we want to transform culture. We want to be able to equip and encourage the saints to be a voice. We want to mentor and coach people in all things online presence. And we also just really want to help people see Jesus through stories, content, and photos. And so we're also building up our podcast, the Awaken podcast, and we just want to share God testimonies, and we want to just really have bold conversations because there are things in this world that we live in right now that I believe the enemy's taken ground in, and we need to begin to rise up to use our voice. You may not think that your voice matters, but I'm here to tell you that your voice matters. And I'm just really excited that perhaps I'll get to partner with you at some point. Perhaps you can come to our upcoming workshop in April, where we're really just trusting God for this city, really trusting God to just blow a fresh wind of His Spirit to be able to revive people, to be able to firstly bring revival to the homes and the churches, and then we're really able to change the world in Jesus' name.